I'm Tiger Woods, and this is my game. This is a golf lesson none of you had before. My practice routine, it has changed over the years. I used to work on everything every day, but I can no longer do that anymore. So I have to pick my parts. A lot of my prep time evolves around my kids. I get my work done while they're at school, and that's usually my lift and my practicing, and then go pick them up, and after that it's usually either soccer practice or dad stuff. So, you know, the days of me going out there and practicing, you know, hours upon hours, day after day, has changed. You know, life changes, life evolves, and there are two more important things in my life than golf.
Nice day for it, huh?
I'd like to be able to hit all night basic golf shots, but harmoniously go from shot to shot and always keep a good balance of hitting all shots at all the times. It's just trying to get everything kind of in balanced and equilibrium, because I need to be able to hit any of those shots and also all of its little nuances at any time in a tournament.
When Tiger's kind of playing his best and when he knows he's got kind of every shot, he kind of views it more of a 9-box grid. So dead center would be obviously the center kind of tic-tac-toe circle, and that's kind of would be a standard shot. One up would be, you know, a little bit higher, down would be almost the stinger, and then, you know, a cut. And so he sort of sees windows, and that's kind of how he pictures it all in his mind and how he prepares for it, and that's kind of how he envisions every shot on the range and everything else. So, you know, it's easier for him, I think, to pull off, because that is how his mind works.
A lot of my feels sometimes aren't real, and what I mean by that is, you know, I'll say, like, to Rob, I feel like I'm doing this, but am I really doing this? No, you're not. But, you know, sometimes feel and reals aren't the same. But if I'm working on something, obviously it's not going to feel exactly what it looks like. But when it gets to that point, when feel and real start intersecting and they start feeling like they're the same, that's when some pretty good magic starts to happen, because I can then change things, because I always think that golf is a very fluid environment. Shot to shot, you know, day to day, course to course, it's all different. It's not like the same field size or, you know, the same turf. Everything's different. Getting to where I can feel and real are the same is usually when I've played my best golf. Well, building my game up in the off weeks for, let's say, a major championship, I don't know if it's right to say it or not, but sometimes it's sacrificing a tournament here and there, working on a few things, knowing that the bigger picture, things will pan out. Trying shots that I probably shouldn't try in some events.
Something in the woods good.
May pay dividends down the road. Sometimes it works out. I end up winning that event, but the bigger picture is, you know, trying to get mind, body, and soul coming together for 4 times a year. Along the way, if I'm able to take off wins, it also gives me added confidence knowing that my game is ready. My game is that close to being prepped and peaked for those events. Summer's coming, isn't it?
We're gonna be blowing through a few gloves today.
Tiger's one of those guys, I think, you know, he concentrates all night long while he's sleeping,
And as soon as he gets up, he's thinking golf and strategy for that day. If we have an 8:20 tee time and it's 7:30 and we're on the range, you know, Tiger's going over every par 3, where's the pin, what's the yardage going to be, this, that, and he tries those shots, and he's hitting those shots on a range. So very intense, but in a good way.
What's interesting about him is he's very detail-oriented in the preparation. A lot of minutia in his practice at home, but once he kind of gets out there into the tournament, he wants to try to execute. I've done all my homework, I've done all my prep, now it's more time just to sort of react and feel his way around the golf course from there.
Being prepped and being ready for the big events it's one thing, but controlling the anxiousness, the need to feel like I need to do more at an event, and I think that's where a lot of my past experiences has helped. I don't really spend a lot of time searching for it on the range, searching for it on the putting green or chipping green. You know, I've always felt that I do my best work away from the site, and then when I go there to win. A lot of times that I also need to get a feel for what's going on that particular week. And I may spend more time, say if I'm playing at Augusta, I'll spend more time, you know, hitting more field putts. If I'm at an Open Championship, I'll spend a little bit more time hitting some bump and runs. At a US Open, spending a few more chips around the greens, hitting out of the cabbage. These are things that I'll adjust per event, but I won't spend as much time as some of the other players on the golf course, you know, practicing and working on things, because I always felt that it was best to have enough energy. And if I feel my tank is full of energy over the course of a 4-day marathon, that I'd figure out a way. Dealing with pressure and understanding is that I think you have to have had the practice. You've had to have done the work leading into it. If you haven't done the work, then why should you expect it to all of a sudden come together, especially when the pressure mounts? For me, I felt like my practice sessions, I derive a lot of my confidence from my practice sessions, and that enables me to feel like, yeah, I can do this, because I did it in practice the other day. I did it 2 months ago. I hit this shot from this particular spot at my home course. I did those little things that add up, and I remember all those little things. Do the legwork, you know, get out there and do it. It's not just simple, quick, easy fixes. Everyone's looking for an easy fix. It's not about the easy fix. It's about spending the time and then doing all the work and enjoying the process of it. Practices seem easier. Training sessions seem easier because I know I'm that much closer to being ready. I'm warm.
We're ready when they are.
Well, hitting the ball as far as I did was a huge advantage. You know, theoretically, I felt like I had a couple shots per round up on the field if I was able to drive it well. The game is evolved. It's not about the precision short player having, you know, dominant runs. It's about the power players. Hit the ball in the middle of the face. We'll start with that. My dad was a big proponent of swinging absolutely as hard as you possibly can on 2 conditions. 1, you can maintain balance, and 2, you can guarantee you hit the ball in the middle of the face. If you can't do any one of those 2, then you can't swing that hard. Tag that.